It's February 21st, 2021. I'm Todd Dunn, and today I'm just going to do a real short video about one of the realities of living here on Mount Desert Island. The reality I want to talk about today is that there are a lot of private roads here on the island. Well, that may sound great, but there is a downside to private roads. Actually, there are a couple downsides to private roads. Towns don't maintain them, so that means you have to maintain your road yourself. Towns don't plow the snow on the roads, which means you have to arrange for snow removal, either do it yourself or hire it done. And the other thing that I'm going to address specifically today is that the post office does not provide home mail delivery if you live on a private road. So what does that mean? That means you have to have a post office box. Now, if you live on a private road, the post office will provide you with a box for free, but if you want to pick your mail up, you have to go to the post office. When I first moved here, the part of the post office where the boxes are was only open during post office business hours. So, you had to find a time to go to the post office when it was open. And for anybody working a sort of normal hours day job, unless you could sneak over there at lunch, it meant that you had to go to the post office on Saturday morning. But now they've kind of relented, and the lobby of the post office where the boxes are is open 24/7, so you can go anytime and pick your mail up, which can be kind of convenient. The only time it becomes an issue is that if you have a package that won't fit in one of their package lockers, or if all the package lockers were taken before they got to your package, you do have to go to the desk to pick it up, which means you have to go when the post office is open. But I'd say about a third of the packages I get end up behind the desk. The others are in a package locker, so I can get to them. They'll put the key to the package locker in my post office box. But, you have to find out if you've got a package. Fortunately, for about the last year and a half, the post office has had a thing called informed delivery that you can sign up for online. And you can check online to see what mail you have. They have pictures of it, and they'll tell you if you have any packages and where they are, if they're in a package locker or if you're going to have to pick them up at the desk, which is convenient and also means that if you don't have any mail that day, you can skip going to the post office to collect it. Anyway, I didn't get around to going yesterday on Saturday, and I do have some mail that I want to look at. I found out on informed delivery, so I'm headed over there Sunday. Even though the post office is closed, I will be able to go into the lobby and pick my mail up. So, time to get going. Fortunately for me, the post office is only about a 3 or 4 minute drive from home. And, if I was feeling really antsy, I could even walk it. It's about 1.5 miles and takes, would take maybe half an hour to walk over there, maybe a little longer, depending on how fast I felt like walking. The only negative to walking over there is that you do have to walk along the side of the road. There are no sidewalks, which isn't so bad in the summer because you can move off the road. Sorry, the road here is a little bumpy because it froze after the last snow, and we've got ruts in the ice. Even though I did plow the slush off, I didn't get all of it, and it did freeze into ruts. So we get out to the town road now, and it of course is in better condition because it's paved and can be plowed more effectively than a gravel road. But at any rate, the trip to the post office happens several days a week for me because, as I said, I can check to see if there's mail that I need to pick up. And if it's just junk mail, which I'd say 2/3 of my mail is these days, I often just let it accumulate. I don't let it accumulate too long because my post office box will fill up, and the postmaster doesn't like that much because then he has to find someplace else to put my mail, and I do have to go to the desk to pick it up. So tend not to let it pile up to more than about 10 or 15 pieces of mail, which can be as much as a week, or it can be as little as 2 days if you get a lot of junk. I think I've got 5 mail pieces today, and probably 3 of them are junk mail, and will be filed in the appropriate waste bin in the post office lobby. So, just about to the post office. I don't know if you can see that flag ahead. Straight ahead, that is the post office's flag. And we'll be turning in here as I head in to pick my mail up on a Sunday afternoon, which I would not have been able to do, say, about 2 years ago, because the post office was not open on Sundays. At least the lobby wasn't open. Okay, so I'm going to head in and get my mail. Okay, I am back from collecting my mail. That didn't take long. One advantage of going on Sunday afternoon is, during COVID, is that there's nobody here. So I don't have to worry about interacting with anybody, and it's safer. Okay, I'm going to take a look at my mail and come back and talk a little more on the way home. Okay, we just left the post office, and I thought I'd drive over and show you what it looks like right around here. Post office is on the east side of Bass Harbor, in the village of Bass Harbor. And there's the harbor ahead, with a few lobster boats in the water. No pleasure boats this time of year. And we will drive out and just take a look at things. This is the old Underwood Cannery. It is now condos. I think they start at about $750,000. Another little condo development up on the hill overlooking the harbor. And this is the outer part of Bass Harbor, and in the distance, Swans Island on the other side of Blue Hill Bay. And we're coming right up here on the ferry terminal. And there's one car waiting for the next ferry. Ferry from here runs over to Swans Island, and also a couple of times a week over to Frenchboro. Okay, I just pulled into the ferry service parking area, and the closer bit of land there is Locust Point on the west side of Bass Harbor, and in the distance is Swans Island. So I'm gonna head back now that you've had a little bit of a look at what there is right around here. This says Bass Harbor Marine. It's actually a private boat yard. A fishing company bought it a few years ago, and they use the facility to store and maintain their fishing boats. These parking lots are run by the ferry service, and they basically are for people who live on Swans Island. They keep a car here and just go back and forth to the island as a foot passenger. It's much cheaper to rent space in the parking lot for your car and travel as a foot passenger than it is to take your car back and forth. And in the summer, the ferry is busy enough with tourists that you often cannot get a car onto the ferry. You can always walk on, but there's often not room for a drive on. So you might have to wait a few ferries to get your car across. So there's the upper part of Bass Harbor, more lobster boats on moorings, and some of the hills on the western side of Mount Desert Island. And I guess I'm going to head home, and we'll see what it looks like. And here we go. This is the fire station I just passed on the right. And we'll just continue up this little hill and back home. I should mention that here in the village of Bass Harbor, our fire department is a volunteer fire department. We have no full-time firefighters. It's all volunteer. And it can take a while to get a fire response because they'll call up the volunteers and let them know that there's a fire, and then they have to get over to the fire department before they can head out. And some of them live, 15-20 minute drive from here. Okay, here we go. The road to the Bass Harbor Head Light. Just make a quick rundown there to show you what it looks like in February of 2021. I know I have a lot of videos with the Bass Harbor Head Light in them, but that's because I live off of the Lighthouse Road. Here we go into the national park right here. And we're now in Acadia National Park on our way to the Bass Harbor Head Light. See the water straight ahead. That's the Bass Harbor Bar, and the land across the water is Gotts Island. We'll see if the path is clear. Ooh, there are quite a few people here, and the path is icy, so I won't walk down. Straight ahead through the trees there, you can see the top of the lighthouse tower. That's the black top, and the light is not running because they've now got it fully automated. It does not run during the day. It used to run all the time, and by used to I mean up until about 4 months ago. Okay. Since there are people here, I'm not going to walk down. head back up out of the national park and I'll go home. So I hope you enjoyed this little anecdote about life on Mount Desert Island and a couple views of some of the spots that are close to my house. With that, I'm going to end this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And check back soon for more videos, or subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell so you'll get a notification of when my next video is up. Thanks for watching.